Hey Aries, welcome back to Intuitive Dreams 1111. I hope you're doing well. I'm recording your reading on July 4th, so happy Independence Day if you celebrate. Make sure you're safe and have fun. So this reading is about the new moon in Cancer. So if you're around my channel, I usually do a lot of my readings based around the moon cycles. So it's usually the moon, the new moon, and then the full moon is most of my readings. So for this particular new moon, and let me take a step back. So new moons are basically about growth and the beginning of new cycles, right? It's a new fresh start. And this particular new moon is the energy of Cancer. And Cancer likes to protect itself by holding things in, right? They have the outer, harder shell that they show the world. But inside, there's a lot of soft, ushy-gushy, guts in there that they hide things in. And, it's okay because we all do it, right? I have Cancer in my chart. A lot of us have Cancer in our chart, and from time to time we do have things that we keep inside. And so during this time, it's something to think about is planting what we've kept hidden, right? So kind of like planting those seeds. Maybe do we want to have that conversation? Do we want to take action on something we subconsciously know? Because our subconscious mind is knocking at the door and telling us to take a look at something in our life. Are we happy with it? Are we not happy? Do we need to make changes? So that's what this is about. I am using a new oracle deck. It is called the Dream Ritual Oracle cards. And, as you know, or if you don't know, our dreams, when we do dream, it is our subconscious mind, okay? So 95% of what we know and what we've learned is in our subconscious mind. Think about that. That is a lot of information that we deal with that sits inside. And so what happens is the universe from time to time will bring certain things out of that filing cabinet where we store it away, and they will try to get us to take a look at it to see if we can face it and deal with it. The card that came out for you was closure. Okay? So this particular card is based on the waning moon, okay? So that is the phase of the moon just after the full moon, when the full moon illuminates things, right? That's when secrets come out. That's, when emotions are at their height. It's the climax of the moon. So we all get really emotional and feel things more, and things come to light. So for the closure card, some of the things, the qualities based around this card is information, okay? So a lot of times you can't get closure until maybe you get some information, or maybe closure will give you some information. Perception, and then we have the connection, and then we have the realization, and then we have resolution. So, closure is good if we can get it, but a lot of times, if we're dealing with another person, we may not get that closure from that person if they've left our life, or they ghosted us. We don't hear from them anymore. We don't always get that closure. We don't understand why. And so sometimes we have to do it ourselves. And if you do it yourself, trust me, it's always nice if somebody can just come to you and say, hey, this isn't working out for me. This is the path I want to take. I prefer not to be at this job anymore. I prefer not to live here anymore. I prefer to just go another path. And if people can give us that closure, that's wonderful. But let's face it, probably 95% of the time we don't get it. people just disappear. You know, jobs go away, opportunities go away, and we don't understand why. So it's time for you, Aries, to take a look at something to get some closure, okay? The token that came out for you was the record playing. This is number 75. It's the old vinyl record. And that landed on solutions. Okay, so the record, number 75. So what that represents is replaying old memories, repeating cycles, and old stories, right? Rumination. So there's, to me, it's a little bit in this particular reading, it kind of reminds me of the wounded warrior, right? That keeps approaching somebody, something the same way, or just keeps holding on to the memories of somebody. And so, you know, you need to come to a solution on stop playing that record, okay? So when I clarified, the cards that came out was happiness. Okay, and so that's wholeness, overjoyed, smiling, you know, it's like the sun card. That's the happiest card in the deck, right? So clearly you're looking for happiness, right? You're looking to feel whole and overjoyed, and you want to smile more. The next card that came out was tragedy. Okay, so that's forbidden love. And so you see there's, you know, she's got her hand up, kind of like the paparazzi wanting to get up in her face and interview her about why she broke up with somebody, or, you know, why something happened, why did she say something, or whatever, and something's turning into a tragedy. The next card that came out was cleansing. Okay, so that's meditation, clearing space, removing negativity, okay? And it's, you know, it's somebody saging, right? That they're burning sage. And that removes negative energy, negative people, negative thoughts, right? So this looks to me that I'm talking to an Aries that wants happiness in their life. You legitimately want to be happy. You want to step out your front door. You want to have a smile on your face. You want to feel whole, right? You want to feel good. However, there is something in your life currently that you keep replaying memories of. You keep, you know, maybe trying to go back to this person and, you know, deal with them. Maybe you're trying to get closure, whatever that means. It's going to mean something different for everybody. But what Spirit is saying, it's time for you to kind of meditate on clearing out this person, this negativity that's keeping you from your sunflower, right? We are in July. So this is the time that Spirit's like, I'm going to come knocking on your door, because deep down, I know what you want. I know you want to be happy. You want to live again. You want to feel good. You don't want to constantly be sitting in tragedy and forbidden love, right? You're done with it. You're ready to cleanse it out. Your spirit team, universe, whatever it is you believe in, your higher self knows this about you, okay? So they're going to come knocking on your door during this time, because they're ready for you to take a look at. What you'll notice is all these moons, okay? These are all like all the wanting moons, right? So these are, I mean, if you look at it, you say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it could be up to 7 months, could be 7 years that you've been caught in a karmic cycle, and I'll get to that clarification when I get there shortly. But you'll see there's all these stars underneath these wanting moons, right? And it makes me think of, you know, each one of these is a scenario in your life, or it could represent the same person that you've been dealing with. And each month or each year, you felt like it was a falling star, just wasn't coming together for you, and you weren't finding your happiness, right? There was something here that was keeping you from being happy, keeping you from smiling, keeping you whole. You didn't feel whole, right? So let's get into the clarifications. So when I clarified the happiness, you ended up with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. You ended up with the High Priestess. And you ended up with the Ace of Cups. And I did further clarify the High Priestess a little bit more, and we ended up with the Ace of Pentacles, okay? So what this is telling me is your subconscious mind, because like I said, our subconscious mind, like I said, is everything we know, we've learned, right? It's there, but we choose not to look at it. You're now at a point where your subconscious, your dream state wants you to get a realization on something in your life that's causing you delays from being happy. You're being delayed, okay? From a new beginning in love, right? New feelings for somebody, a new fresh start. And that's with the Ace of Pentacles as well. So it's basically saying you subconsciously know you're being delayed, you're being held back from feeling new again, feeling whole, possibly getting into a new relationship, something that's solid, something that's legitimate, could even be a career for you. It could be a little different for everybody when it comes to that part. But you're delayed, you know? And it's like, well, why am I being delayed? Well, we've got a record over here that keeps playing, right? You keep going back to the same record and you keep listening to that same song over and over and over. And what happens is it's much like learning lessons, right? You're going to keep getting the same lesson, right? Over and over and over until you learn it. And each time those lessons can get a little bit more difficult because the universe is going to put that pressure down on you because they're like, hey, Aries, we know you want the sunflower. Why do you keep replaying the same old sad song? That's making you sad. It's making you miserable. Why do you keep playing? Okay, all right, the universe goes, fine. You can play that song until you're finally sick of it. How many times have we said when we listen to the radio, we're like, man, that's a pretty good song, but damn, they wear that song out. Oh my God, I'm tired of hearing it. And then you're done. You don't want to hear it for a while. You're like, I've heard that thing a million times. They play it like on every station, every half hour, on the half hour. You're done, right? So that's what happens. The universe is just going to keep, throwing you back into that cycle. They're like, okay, well, we know you want happiness, but you keep playing that same record, so that's fine. We're going to give you that same person, or we're going to give you that same type of person in a different body, right? You think it's new, but it's not. It's still that same jerk, you know what I mean? It's still that same person that doesn't care about you, who's going to leave, maybe not open up to you, or whatever it may be, cheat on you, take you for what you've got, whatever it is. They're like, okay, we're just going to send it to you in a different form, different body, yeah? And that's fine. We all sometimes take a while to learn lessons. I've gotten to the point where, the universe just gives me my lessons pretty hard because they know I don't want to repeat cycles. So what they'll do is they'll give me a lesson that's pretty significant enough to where I'm like, okay, all right, done, been there. That record, it was great when it was played. I'm done. I'm out. You know what I mean? And everybody's different, okay? Everybody's different. So when we get over to the tragedy, right, on what's currently holding you back from your happiness, What is it that Aries keeps replaying? What is it they keep being the wounded warrior? They're going in all bandaged up, going, no, we can make this work, right? I got it. I got another one in me. I got it, bandaged up, walking in on crutches. I'm wounded, but I'm here. I'm giving it my all. I still got one more leg left. It's just like that person that works out to death and tears a muscle, and they keep going to the gym. They're like, I don't have time to let it heal. I'm gonna keep going. And the universe is like, okay, well, we'll rip another muscle for you if you want. It's up to you. How do you want it? Because we'll serve it however you want it. This is your life. You're in this 3D. It's your experience. It's your journey. You have free will. Where do you want to go? We're going to help you. We'll give you what you want. And if you want crap served up on a silver platter, that's what we're going to give you. So when we clarify the tragedy, you ended up with dating. Okay, this card is basically dating sites, hooking up, seeing someone, one night stands, and emotions. Okay. So the emotions card is like waves, right? Waves of emotions. And then, waves of emotions coming in and out. And then clashing. Just, you and maybe another person, your emotions aren't mixing, right? One's feeling happier than the other, and you're not quite, in sync with your emotions. And then it can be unpredictable. Your emotions, I mean, heck, you could spew out something, being so frustrated, you could spew out an emotion you don't mean to, but you're so worked up and upset because of all the tragedy, you're going to start to react to it in a negative way that isn't healthy. And everybody's done it. I'll raise my hand. I've done it too. From time to time, even now, I still do. And then I go, okay, all right, dial it back. You fell off your Empress energy for a minute, your Emperor and Empress energy. Take a step back, give yourself 5 minutes, get back on your horse, your chariot, whatever it is, and get right again. So you're dealing with somebody that you could be dating this person, right? It could be casual dating. It could be somebody you're just simply hooking up with. And maybe it was somebody that you had a one-night stand with, right? You take it as it resonates, but whatever it is, it's creating some strong emotions. So I wanted to clarify more about, tell me about this dating, right? Because like I said, it could be a number of things, but it is a person that you are involved with. And so I wanted to know, well, tell me about this dating. What is this? What's going on? So then you ended up with the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So this is a karmic cycle that you're stuck in, right? And that's what I was saying. It's a cycle that, needs some intervention, right? Because every year you're going through the same karmic cycle. It's the same wheel. You're not able to make it go the other direction because you are still stuck on that merry-go-round going the same way, right? Going back to the same person, going back to the same kind of person, right? Emotions getting all stirred up, and it's a karmic cycle. And so I'm like, tell me a little bit more about this karmic cycle person, right? Let's get a little information on this. So we ended up with the Ace of Swords, we ended up with the Four of Pentacles, and we ended up with the Knight of Pentacles on the side. So the person you're dealing with could have strong earth in their chart. It doesn't have to be, but I, get a strong sense it could be somebody with strong earth in their chart. And this person knows, with the Ace of Swords, they have a clear mind and know exactly what they're doing, why they're doing it, and when they're doing it. They know that with the Ace of Pentacles, they're not moving this forward, right? They hold back from you with the Four of Pentacles, right? This is somebody that could possibly be holding on without putting in any work, okay? They just want to hold on to you for whatever it is they're getting out of you. Okay, whether it is a hookup or whether it's just, could be simply somebody dating to get a free meal out of you. Oh, you want to go out? Oh, okay, yeah, well, I'd love to go out to dinner and have some free drinks and, nice meal. I've been craving seafood for for a week or two, and seafood's a little expensive, but if you're going to take me out and we're going somewhere where I can get some seafood, well, hell, I'm ordering up lobster. It could be something as simple as that. They just want the benefits of what they're able to get out of this, right? So it kind of is keeping them happy because they know what they're doing. They know they're not really moving forward with you. The energy's stuck. They're not really giving you any emotion, which is stirring your emotions up. You feel like you have emotions for two people right now because you can't get any emotion out of this person, but they're getting something out of this relationship that's satisfying them. But is it satisfying you? No, because you keep ending up in tragedy, right? So that's why Spirit's like, hold up, Tonto, hold up. Break your sage out, okay? It's time to sage this person out of your life because they're doing you no good. Now, if this made you happy, then stay with it, right? If there wasn't any tragedy, if you didn't feel like that and you were comfortable with just going out on a date here and there, spending money on lobster dinners, or if you're a chick and going and doing your bump and grind for this guy, not getting anything out of it, but he getting what he want and all that good stuff. If that's making you happy, you can stay with that. The problem is it's not. We know this because your emotions are getting stirred up. You're feeling like it's tragedy, and now by the way, your subconscious mind knows that you're being delayed from your own happiness because you keep going back to the same people, you keep going back to the same person, same type of people. So you keep playing that record. So when we clarify the cleansing, we end up with the Magician. We got the Three of Pentacles, and we ended up with the Queen of Swords on the side. Okay, so when you start to realize, okay, we're all on different timelines. Some of you have already realized that this person's keeping you delayed. And oh, by the way, it takes two people. You're kind of delaying yourself, okay? So you realize you're being delayed. So I'm going to take a step back and say, this person that you're dealing with, it's not all their fault, okay? You're the wounded warrior as well. It takes two people to make something work. It takes two people to make something break up, end. It takes two people, all right? So you already know that you're being delayed subconsciously. Some of you know this. Some of you are about to know this. Some of you will know this in the future. It depends on when you come to this reading, okay? When you're called to this reading. Or you could be watching it now and then it's something that'll happen to you in the near future. You may not even realize you're caught up in a karmic cycle with somebody, right? You might think that there just might be some up and downs and some fights here and there. You won't realize this until the future. But you do know that currently, some of you I'm talking to, you know you're being delayed. So now's the time to break the sage out, okay? Whatever it is you need to do to remove this person out of your life, okay? You need to recognize this is a falling star, okay? There's been, it could be somebody you've been dating for 7 days and all of a sudden you notice a pattern. You're like, psh, I'm out. Could have been 7 years. Could be 7 months. Whatever the timeline it is, you're going to start to wake up and realize I need the willpower myself, because I've been the wounded warrior playing this record, replaying the memories, going back to the same old patterns, trying to make it work, busted up, bandaged up. I need the power to manifest and have self-confidence that I can sage this out of my life. I can learn this lesson with the Three of Pentacles. Maybe even, if you have a good friend that you trust, that you can talk to about this, that can help talk to you and give you the boost of confidence to say, you're better than this. Or how about, you start hanging out with us more to kind of help pull you away from this karmic cycle. However that is for you, it's still learning the lesson. It could be a friend. You could be seeing a therapist. You could be just simply coming to tarot readings and learning, the spiritual path about, raising your vibration and having those boundaries and not letting lower energies and negative vibrations come into your world to ruin any of your manifestations, right? Ruining your self-confidence. We're all a magician in our own right. We're all given tools. It's what do we do with the tools? You're dealing with a tool. I'm sorry. You're dealing with a tool that knows they're a tool. Who's like, I don't need to use my tools because you're going to give me what I want. I already know you're going to replay that song. You like what's going on here because you keep coming back. You like getting beat up and, run through the meat grinder, So it's, again, learning that lesson and having the self-confidence to remove negativity and people out of your life, because you're realizing it's a falling star. It's not going anywhere, right? You're not able to get to this house up on the hill, right? Because you keep going through all these people that are falling stars, and then you keep kind of getting in this circle pattern of all these years and months and days. You got to break it, right? Because what's going to happen is with the Queen of Swords on the side, what's going to happen is you're going to realize at some point when you start to learn and understand the delays this person's doing and you doing to yourself, right? It's a twofold here. That you're vulnerable to this person's deception, okay? And that you need to keep healthy boundaries and speak clearly, right? Because she's on the side. So you're at this point of learning the boundaries and learning that this person can be quite deceptive to you, and you falling into that trap because you've been stuck on that cycle, that karmic cycle, replaying that record, again, wheel, record. It's like a wheel. Okay. It's just spinning. So you're going to wake up to that. Now, what I wanted to do was I wanted to find out, because I do believe you are going to start waking up to this and you're going to start saging this person out of your life. I was curious. I, didn't know if Spirit was going to tell me, but I thought, since this seemed like a little bit of a harsh reality wake-up call for somebody, I also wanted to see if there was some positive. I wanted to give you some encouragement and some positive vibes out of this reading if you sage this karmic cycle out of your life. I'm like, okay. So when Aries finally wakes up and realizes they're the wounded warrior, they have no more crutches, no more bandages to be able to put on, they're out of all this stuff to bandage themselves up to go back into war again with the same kind of person or same person and get beat up all over again while they don't do anything. What's gonna come in for Aries when they finally do this and they get through this and learn the lesson and know that this person or these type of people are going to be deceptive to them, and they've got to be clear and hold their boundaries up and speak clearly to say, okay, no, thank you, right? If this person calls you up and is smooth and is like, hey, you want You want to go out, you know, they want to take you out to dinner, but then you also know that they want dessert. That dessert's going to be you, right? Are you willing to open up yourself to the emotions and possibly, you know, have some passion with this person that's going to get you all screwed up again? You know, you got to say to yourself, do I, you know what I mean? Am I done with this? What's going to come in for you? You got the Two of Cups. You got the Sun card. Right? Remember what I said? You wanted happiness? Here's your Sun card. It came out for you. With the Knight of Swords. So you're going to have a person, okay, that is legitimately going to have the ambition, and they're going to be able to be action-oriented to come in towards you and show you that they feel the same way about you. This is two people handing each other their cups. In this situation, somebody here kept handing out cups. They were just, I think you're covered. You ended up with no cups. Right? I think that, and that's kind of probably what's really happening is what I'm hearing, is that you're out of cups of giving this person what they want while they sit back being greedy. You see them holding on to their own pentacles? They're holding on to their own cups, and they're holding on to the cups you're giving them. And they know they're doing it. They know it because they're like, well, Aries keeps doing it, so, you know, I need a cup. I broke one. I need another one. Come give me a cup of something, cup of love, cup of passion. I need a lobster meal, you know, I need some cash. I got to get my nails done. I need new rims for my car, for God's sakes. Whatever it is, the cups were going. This person wants to come in and give you a cup too, right? Two people sharing their cups. So it means two people have the same intentions towards each other, towards a partnership, towards a marriage, a united love. Right? It's connection. Two people literally connecting on the same level with happiness, positivity, them being able to come show you this. Joy, warmth, being able to celebrate again. So this is a big time for you, Aries, and I hope this is helpful. So, you know, I want you to get out of this because we've all been on this broken record before. We all have. You're not the only one, you know? We just want to get you unstuck. You know, you're better off being alone than to be with somebody who keeps taking your cups and not giving anything back. You're better off being alone. So even if you're alone for a short time, until this, you know, you're cleared and this Two of Cups is ready to come in for you, so be it. You know? You're happier alone, enjoying your own time, so you're not delaying good things coming into your life. So let's pull from higher self messages. Let's see if we can get any additional information, or maybe there's a little bit of extra advice in here for you, okay? All right, what do we got in here for Aries, please? Spirit, what do we got in here for Aries? Wow. I just did Capricorn's reading. Capricorn got the exact same card. Yes. And they were manifesting in. So if you have Capricorn in your chart, or if you're dealing with a Capricorn, check it out. You are a magical being with the whole universe waiting to assist you. So all you need to do is just give yourself the closure and recognize this karmic cycle for what it is. As soon as you do, your magician's skills, all your tools are there to learn. Put your boundaries up and know when these type of people come in to use you and abuse you. And they know, the sick part is they know they're doing it. And I know that we should be going through life with everybody knowing not to use people. But that's just not the world we live in, right? It's not everybody's gonna love the way you do. Not everybody's going to care the way you do, okay? And now I had to learn that lesson myself, and I still learn it from time to time. I got some boundaries up like a mofo, but I'm right there with you, okay? Keeping the boundaries up, okay? The universe, like I said, is there to assist you. Your magician skills are going to come in. There's not going to be any more delays for you. You're going to have somebody swiftly coming in who's ready to come in and swoop you up because they see what you have to offer. They see all these cups you've given out. They're like, what a waste. What a flippin' waste for these people, these idiots, to just take these cups and not do anything with it solid. The Knight of Pentacles, just to sit there and not do anything. Just to hold on to you for greedy reasons and not have any true intentions for you. You're going to have that person that comes in and goes, oh, hell no. I'm going to swoop that shit up and I'm going to eat it and I'm going to savor it and I'm going to cherish it. That's what's going to happen because that's what you want. You already subconsciously know that. So I hope this was helpful to you, Aries. Much love and light. I will talk to you soon.